Rere lómi àfọwọ́ṣe. Ẹ wá bá mi pàlùdà nítorí gómìnà. Èrè lọ́lọ́jà jẹ́ Àyìndé o. Èrè lọ́lọ́jà jẹ́ wájèrè. Your Excellency, alẹ́ èrè lọ́lọ́jà jẹ́ kí ni mo wí sẹ́wọ̀n? Èrè lọ́lọ́jà jẹ́ ló ti jèrè. Kò tó yẹ bí ó pẹ́ pa ẹ̀ ò ní rí kí wọ́n máa sọ ọ́. Kò tó yẹ bí ó pẹ́ Fáyọ̀ṣe. Kò tó yẹ bí ó pẹ́ pa ẹ̀ ò ní rí kí wọ́n máa sọ ọ́. Your Excellency kú kalẹ̀ o. Olórí ilé là forí fún Àyìndé wá sí ìwò àràbàbí.
You're watching the commissioning of the new governor's office in Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital, live on Channels Television. Well, the commissioning of this edifice has been concluded, and right now what is happening is that the guests at this event are being given a grand tour of the new governor's office. Well, either way, it is the new governor's office. The structure is new, and all intents and purposes it will be occupied by a new governor in the next couple of months, because come July 2018, Ekiti State will certainly be electing a new governor. Of course, the incumbent governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, will be bequeathing this facility to his successor come July, and particularly when the new chief executive of Ekiti State will be sworn in. Well, he'll be hoping to bequeath it to someone belonging to his own political party, and he's been receiving a lot of support here today. Particularly, we have in attendance the former president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, and other top notchers of the People's Democratic Party, including the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Nyesom Wike, and of course the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Uche Secondus, and of course Governor Okezi Ikpazo is also here, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, and of course Governor Ibrahim Dankwambo, and of course the deputy governor who is in the running for the position of the governor himself. And once again, it is the commissioning of the new governor's office, the new Ekiti State Governor's Office in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. And from this event, of course, we also will be having later in the day the commissioning of the flyover bridge in the state capital, which will be coming to you live on Channels Television as well. Well, of course, at an event like this, the participants will spare no opportunity to talk about the political aspirations of the principal actors. This, in this case, is the Ekiti State governor, who will be bequeathing a new office to his successor. Well, at this point, nobody can say which political party it will be coming from. Indeed, it's too early to tell. But of course, we've been hearing the song in the background. And well, there on your screens, you have the governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, accompanied by former President Goodluck Jonathan. Well, our correspondent Olu Phillips is also there on the ground, and hopefully he will be talking to these gentlemen. Of course, it's the photo session now. Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State is also on the screen there. He's in the picture, apparently.
Last minute rush. The foundation was laid 1.5 years ago, so it couldn't have last minute. But what it tells you is selfless service. How many governors who know that they are living in the next few months and then will be committed to providing an edifice of this nature? Look at the quality of job done. I'm not talking about himself. It's something he's not going to enjoy before he leaves. But what is important is the legacy. That he has to provide whoever is taking over the environment and every person to do work better. So for me, it's a lesson. For me, it's to say, look, leaders should not talk about themselves, but they should talk about the welfare of the entire people.
I also listened to some of your colleagues and yourself who also took this opportunity to do some little canvassing about vote. First of all, let's look at the development processes and challenges we are having today. What has gone wrong and what can be done rightly?
In terms of what?
In all aspects.
Well, I've said severally, and let it not be that because I've come to PDP state. You know that Nigeria is sliding to anarchy. You know that what's happening in Nigeria today is not what every Nigerian expects. You know that Nigerians were deceived by so-called change. And what we are seeing today is mere intimidation and blackmail. Nobody's fighting corruption, but rather are fighting those who are opposed to their leadership. So for us, this is an opportunity for Nigerians to really show that we are tired of this government and we have to use our permanent voters card to make a change in 2019.
You raised an alarm as regards your life and safety of your life. Have the federal government heeded to that plea as regards the comments you raised? Because some quarters have said that you're just making some noise about that threat.
Well, you should ask yourself. You can see the number of killings in the country. This is a government that never bothered about human life. If they bother about human life, how could a minister wake up to say that because I enjoy immunity, that what is saving me? It's most unfortunate. Instead of the government to say, for a chief executive to make this kind of allegation, we need to investigate and get to the bottom of this matter. And you see what they have done, trivialize the issue. But like I said, Nigerians are aware, and we do know, and they also know that they have made every attempt to assassinate the crime. The intelligence is genuine, the intelligence is valid. I continue to stand by that allegation I've made.
I must say thank you very much, Your Excellency, for talking to us. Your Excellency, let me have this one word with you to ask. Do you feel fulfilled having done this and you're just in the twilight of your days in office?
I'm happy. It's not the number of days here, but what you have delivered to Ekiti people. This is a project for Ekiti people, not for Ayofauci. Ayofauci is a servant for a period of time. I have time and tenure. And it is expected by the mandate given to me to deliver on my promises. And generation yet unborn will come and find this place useful.
I must say thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you, Your Excellencies. I need to see that picture. You've been watching Picture, Sights and Sound from the new governor's office here in Ekiti State that has just been commissioned by the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, who has just performed that responsibility bestowed on him by his friend Governor Ayodele Fayose. And this is also reminding you that later tonight we will hook back to Ekiti State to bring you live pictures of a commissioning of a 1.2-kilometer bridge that has been built also by this governor. And mind you also that it's been seasons of project commissioning starting from yesterday when the Ekiti High Court was commissioned. Today is the governor's office being commissioned, and later today the former